Okay, if we're really thoughtful and purposeful on what we want to do ahead of time with breakout rooms, we can structure them in a way that can really help students facilitate some discourse in our classrooms. So what I want to do is I want to do kind of like an expert group thing, right? So let's say I just have 3 different groups. I've got 35 kids here. And if I highlight all of those students, you'll see down here on the bottom, I have this option that says count, and it'll just give me the total number. That does addition and all sorts of other things too, but right now I'm interested in the number. So if I've got 35 kids and I want 3 groups on the first day, each who's going to learn, a specific topic or read a specific article or make a specific argument. Each group will be different. What I'm going to need is I'll need groups of either 11 or 12. So group number 1, and I can call this, let's just say there's going to be a pro-con argument, and then we'll have a judge. So this will be the pro group. And I can come down here and I'll go down and you'll see I've highlighted, I moved the pro all the way down, count 12, perfect. The next group is going to be con. So all I have to do again is if I put into the cell for the first room number, when I click on it, I get that little blue dot, and I can drag that blue dot all the way down until we get to the right number. And you'll see, oh, I got 13. That's just a little too many, but that's okay because this last group will be the judge. Okay, and here we go. And I'm going to drag this down. Oops, I got the cell. I need the blue dot, and I'll drag that down, and you'll see I've got 11. So I've got 2 on each side and a judge. Perfect. So now when I go to File and download CSV. All right, so I've downloaded my CSV. Let me come over here to Zoom, and I'm going to go back in and edit those breakout rooms. Now remember, this was the option in my edit my meeting, but I'm going to come down here. I'm going to edit the breakout rooms, and I'm going to import these from a CSV again. And I'm just going to click and drag and drop those in, and you'll see I have 12 people in my pro, 12 in my con, 11 in the judges group. And I'll go ahead and I'll save those. So that's one day we come in, and what's great about this is now I've facilitated class, and I've been able to jump into 3 different rooms to kind of sync about the arguments with whatever each group was reading. So I got to work kind of 1 on 11, 1 on 12. And then they had some discussions within their group. But now day 2 comes along, and what I need to do is I need to assign these rooms not by pro, con, and judge, but I need to mix all of these people back together. So this gets a little bit more challenging. So here's what I'm going to do is instead of like there's formulas and all sorts of really interesting things I can do, but I just basically need everybody in the pro group to be 1, 2, 3 through 1 through 12, rooms 1 through 12. And one thing that I can do is Google Sheets will sense patterns. So if I have rooms 1, 2, 3, I need everybody in the pro group to be in a different room. And I'll just drag after I have established the pattern 1, 2, 3. The next one would be 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So I've got all my 12 rooms. I can just copy that now. I'll come down to the con group and I'll paste the con group. And I'll go down to the judge group and I'll paste that in the judge group. Now you'll notice I have one problem. I don't have enough judges. So what I can do is maybe I'll say what we're going to do is we're going to eliminate group number 12, and each person, I'll just partner up two pairs, right? So I've got 2 11s, and I'll have 2 11s here, and these both were the judges. Now, one thing that you may want to do is you may want to copy your list and save it first. And you can create another page to do that. You can always go back. If for whatever reason I wasn't sure, I can use the back button. You can go to File, See Version History, and you can make a copy of that master list. But now, when I go back and I download my CSV file, I go back to my Zoom room, and I'm going to edit the breakout rooms. I'll import from CSV, and you'll see that I have 12 different groups running. And group 11 was that one that 11 groups, and group 11 was the one that I doubled up. So now what we've done with our synchronous time this week is we spent the first day with everyone coming and me as a teacher being able to work for just 5 minutes or so with small groups of about 10 or 12 while they discussed some common piece. And then they came back into groups and mixed themselves up on day 2 to then share their understanding about those arguments or whatever that was with people who were in the other 2 groups that did not yet have that option.